Looking live at the Link. Welcome, football fans, to Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, a couple of rivals from the NFC East squaring off. It's the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles.
2026 Philadelphia Eagles.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
First down throwing for Hurts. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Devontae Smith, the intended target. So it'll be second down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Hurts trying again on second down. They set up the screen. It's Smith. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up third and short.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. It's a sneak. Hurts. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Now Hurts. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. He's looking for Dallas Goedert there. And that takes them to 3rd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's caught for the first. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Giant in some discomfort following that play. Opening drive going according to plan. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. Hurts now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's another Eagles first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. It's Hurts once again. Right back to Goddard, and he's got it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Has room into the secondary, and he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or can they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Giants nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Giants have getting set for their first drive. And they'll be brought out by the 2025 first-rounder out of Ole Miss. Here's Jackson Dart.
One of the really cool things about Jackson Dart's career, both high school and college, is every step of the way he just kept getting better. And that's what the great pros do. Joe Burrow, Lamar, Josh Allen, they never rest on their laurels. They're constantly striving to be excellent. That's exactly what Jackson Dart did collegiately and what he'll have to do professionally.
It's a gain of 12 on that one, and it's good for a New York first down. Going right back to Scatterboo. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Darts out of the shotgun. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. Fair catch made, a little beyond the 20-yard line. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
It's a gain of 7.
Well, that run may not have moved the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. They go to Barkley again. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
3rd and just 2 to go. Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And an Eagles first down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down could be so demoralizing to that defense.
First down, and they go right back to him. Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Last run got him 9, so now they need 1 more here on 2nd down. Throwing here, Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Hurts on 1st down. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurry throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And keeping his own read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards too.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. There's so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
So 4th down, on heads, Braden Mann for the punt. Gunnar Olszewski will return it for the Giants. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Giants taking the field for their 2nd possession. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to 3rd down.
Kind of feel like we're watching a welcome to the NFL moment for this rookie quarterback. Hey, kid, yeah, the rush gets here a little bit faster at this level than it does the college game.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Dart. On him again, and he goes consecutive sack. The defense totally dominating this drive, Brock. That brings up fourth down.
Not one, not two, but 3 straight sacks to snuff out that drive. I'm not sure Kate will ever see a defense stick a QB in the ground like that on 3 straight plays, but this defense, they're pedal to the metal, unrelenting, and what an incredible effort.
The Giants are set to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. From his end zone, he gets the kick away. To the 45. And he gets this down to the 38. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. On first down, Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 29. And an Eagles first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Gets it out wide, complete. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Elliott connects there, and they're able to convert despite that errant snap.
In that close, kicks have to be automatic. That won't stop the head coach, though, from holding his breath for a couple seconds until he sees it's up and good.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now here comes the New York offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
On first down, here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
By Theo Johnson. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A good pass from the rookie out of Ole Miss, and it gets him a first.
First down. 1st and 10.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Dart from the pistol. He's got Bellinger. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Putting a receiver in motion. Going play action with darts. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's sack number 4 in the game for him. This one makes it 3rd down.
Kate, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. To the air on 3rd and long. Screen here for Scatterboot. He's trying to get away, but unable to do so. They catch him behind the line on 3rd down.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Jamie Gillett on now to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. And this one sails out. No return on the punt. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. From the pistol, Hurts. Short pass brought in. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
All set to go now from the 35. First down, a run with Barkley. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. 7 yards on that pickup. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Hurts tucks it, starts running.
Well, there's going to be a missed assignment on somebody's grade sheet tomorrow. That read option game with the quarterback, there is always a defender that's responsible for the QB. That time, QB takes advantage.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's going for it again. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Barkley off the pistol again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Big trouble now, and the ball is out. But it looked like an eagle flew in. He was first to the football. They're retaining possession.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Elliott connects there. And this one is center chains. Couldn't have hit that much better. 1:58 to play. We have reached our 2-minute warning. The Eagles with the lead here at the link. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Gunnar Olszewski now to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score. Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble, but it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Dart setting in to throw here. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And Scadaboo on 3rd. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be 4th down.
3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. This one is fair caught, but let's see what that flag's all about. This drive may not be done.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead, and that's going to award their offense a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, it's Dart. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
48 yards. That's another Giants 1st down. 1st and goal, New York.
Just need 2 more yards that they couldn't get on that last play. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
It's 2nd down and goal.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. Darts looking to throw. Looking, but will not find it. So incomplete on 2nd and goal, Brock. Chances starting to run thin to score here.
I can pretty much guarantee you, Kate, the minute that quarterback left the pocket, that D coordinator started to hold his breath. It is so hard when you play a dual-threat QB out on the run in space, especially down here in the red zone, but the defense rises to the occasion.
Oh, he's got it, in close. And he's forward for a gain of about 6. Still short of that marker, but they could definitely go for this on 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The kick by Gano is good. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. And I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a 4th quarter clutch kick to have that confidence built. That's important.
That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he's brought down just inside the 25. 1st and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that 1st down run. So entering the locker room, got ourselves a 2-score game. It's time to hear from Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. 3rd quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Olszewski. He's got a lead up past the 30. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. The Giants offense with the football. They'll get it first in this 2nd half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Dumped off to his running back. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Darts out of the shotgun. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
3rd down now. Here's Dart. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. To throw, here's Dart. Throw left side finds Johnson. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left. Pulled in by his back. Scatterboo. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. On the sneak, here's Dart. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2. And the Giants first down. A pickup of
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a first down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
Caught by his back. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Dart. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it's good for a New York first down.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
It's Scatterboo on 2nd down. And his fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
This one's caught. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Well, as they get deeper and deeper into this side of the field, they need him to become the guy who makes those plays in the biggest of moments. And that may not show up as a big old pass play and utilizing his arm, but it was his fortitude and his strength to move the sticks. It may just be the catalyst for a touchdown.
Thinking touchdown here, but they cannot connect. So that's going to send them back to the line for 2nd and goal.
Okay, you get down to this tight red zone, and there's only so many pass plays you can run, largely because you don't have enough space to operate. Defense knows it too. Give those guys some credit. They were all over that one.
So after the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and goal. Darts back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Following the sack, and they need to find 11 yards here on 3rd and goal. 3rd and long for him here. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. The Giants cut into the lead coming out of halftime.
Just a tremendous effort. And really, this is a play where you can look at the facial expressions of the two sides and know exactly what happened. Offensively, you are smiling from ear to ear that your quarterback's a difference maker. Defensively, just demoralized that you couldn't find a way to stop that scramble.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants cut it to a field goal game.
Giants 10.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Shipley now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles about set to go on offense. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. Cuts it to the right sideline. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. Hurts. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Hurts now from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
You know, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's a gain of 5.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
They're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Fires right away, but incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Sets up 4th down.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This from 28 yards away. Elliott connects there. And that'll double their lead to 6.
16.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Olszewski. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner, and this gets out to the 30. The Giants about to get to work on offense. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Scatterboo now from the gun. He's got a gain of 6 there. That's Nolan Smith there for the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Now go play action. Here's Dart. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 6. And the Giants first down. It's a gain of 6.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Going deep here for the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here goes Dart to the air. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
So much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Their punter making his way out now. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And this just gets past the 20 before going out. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Giants are all over it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
There's the danger of leaving an empty backfield, Kate. They dial up the corner blitz, and without that blocker there to pick him up, Well, he ripped right in and drills you. If it had been a safety, good chance that ball could have been knocked free, too.
Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. They go play action. Here's Hurts. You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
That's almost as good as a sack. Almost, Kate. Because those defenders, they like to have sacks more than incompletions. But defensive coordinators, they love pressure and forcing the issue, and that's why the QB had to get rid of it.
Now Hurts on third and long. He's making a bid for it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
The Eagles are in punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. The Giants offense all set to get started. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. From the pistol, he gave to Scatterboo. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Second and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Going right back to Scatterboo. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down.
39-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up third and 7.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Third and long. They're going to throw. It's on target to Johnson. Jukes away from one. And he's down to almost... Oh, no. They're actually going to give him the 30 here. That one goes for 31 yards. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
And the Giants first down. A gain of 31 yards.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X-factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
On first down, here's Dart. Finds him on the crossing route. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
A gain of 9.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Driving forward with Scatterboo. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Throwing on first down, it's Dart. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When he saw the field, it's going to be second down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10. On the handoff, here's Scatterboo. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up third and 8.
Third and 8.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Coverage holds up, but he just had to get rid of it.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
This one of the biggest moments of the game for Graham Gano. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. Now he's got it inside the 15. And out of the red zone they go as that play loses yardage.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now. And wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They'll start this one out with Barkley. He dodged the tackle. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like the 28. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
1st and 10, here's Hurts. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. He's got it deep downfield. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25.
It's a gain of 45 yards. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Eagles first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. Saquon Barkley the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Now Hurts getting his guys set for this 2-point play.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to run it in. And right back into the end zone he goes. So one play, it's a touchdown. Then the next for 2, and he's extending their lead. So they stick with the hot hand partner, and he ends up adding 2 more on top of that touchdown.
I'd say 8 points is a pretty solid try's work for him.
Right.
And as long as he's producing, seeing the gaps, getting the pads down, getting those tough yards, feed that man the ball, he won't be denied.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Darts out of the shotgun. He's going deep! Brought in inside the 20! And he will get it down to the 16-yard line. Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. In the red zone now. Going deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, heads-up play from the Giants there. They get to the loose ball and make the recovery.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
Still their football, but need to make some progress here. This is 2nd and long. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Flushed out now to his left. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. The Giants using their first timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing now. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. Oh, heads-up play from the Giants there. They get to the loose ball and make the recovery.
Recovered by the offense.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. Desperation time here. And again, they drop the interception. This time it's a good thing, though. Much better field position without it, thanks to the turnover on downs.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They go to Barkley again. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd. It's a design look for Hurts. They're out now, ready to punt it. And they could really use a good one here. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. First call here coming from the shotgun.
At their own 24-yard line.
Back to throw, here starts. Maybe a bit of desperation, here's a deep shot. And their final effort is going to hit the ground incomplete, but no reason not to throw it long there, as this game is over. So beneath a chorus of fly, Eagles fly. It's a win for the Eagles. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, You want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.